Okay, welcome to our second episode of Minority Pod with my co-host Mustafa Hawili.
Good evening, everybody. I hope
and
you're all doing well.
Second guest, Hassan Chami.
Hey, Hassan, how you doing?
Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. It's actually it was actually great. You know, we had HFJ with us last week. He told us we should bring Hassan on, and you know, neither of us have ever met you in person before, but obviously we've heard a lot of good things about you. So you know, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead. Give Mr. Chami a call, see if he'd like to come on. So we appreciate you coming on here, man.
I appreciate it, bro. It's for the community. So anything we can do to spread the message and educate everyone on the festival, it's great.
Great. So before we get started, man, tell us a bit about yourself.
My name's Hassan Chami, born and raised in Dearborn, married to my beautiful wife, Lamise. I have 3 kids. That's pretty much it. Nothing too special.
So one of the big things that we discussed last time, and what was actually crazy was, and this is cool because HFJ brought this up. He was like, so Hassan, you know, he works with the Terry Mount. He's a pharmacist. He did he runs a food festival, but like out of nowhere, this guy just, now everyone knows who he is. He wasn't like one of the people that were in the community. Everyone knew him for the longest time ever. Kind of just came up, and he was talking about how that upset some people. And I'm curious. Is this like, I mean, do you get hate because of, you know, you just had this, you know, this crazy success right immediately?
If you surround yourself with negative people, you probably see the hate. But alhamdulillah, I surround myself with good people, mu'min, great friends and family. So I try to tell people, don't bring the negative energy around me. So if people are upset or disappointed with the rise of Hassan Chami, the Ramadan Suhoor festival, which there's no rise, it's all for, you know, it's a community service, then it is what it is. But no, I don't really see it. I mean, there's a lot of keyboard warriors that you see on social media, but that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Have you ever?
And you got to remember, I'm 33, so you're 29.
Yeah,
26.
HFJ's at 26.
Yeah,
Something.
Yeah, so it's a little younger. So, I mean, it's probably everyone has their own perspective, you know.
100%.
It's not really like it has to be the older crowd. It's not the younger crowd. The younger crowd doesn't give 2 craps of like how anyone. They just go to the festival.
No, 100%.
It's the older crowd for some reason. They're just salty, and I don't understand it. But you said you came on. I was dying to know what started this. How did it start? Wasn't it isn't it a hype or something like that?
A1 Dogs and Heights Hot Dogs, the 2 OGs of the vendors.
Kazan, right?
Yeah, no, A1 Dogs is Chef Sale.
Yeah,
okay.
so.
Yeah, he had that little cart for like 6-7 years in Dearborn by, I believe, by the Old Mangoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Heights Hot Dogs are theirs in Dearborn Heights. And then how it started, we were in a group chat, me and my buddies. One of my good friends, Hamoudi Hazimi. Actually, we were all just laughing about every year there's all these vendors coming up.
Right. It's funny, we do that now.
Every year, more vendors, more vendors.
Yeah.
So my good friend Hamoudi Hazimi was like, man, if these guys are smart, they just do it in one parking lot. And I told him, well, if you were smart, you'd get a parking lot, you rent them a space, and you'll do it. Mm-hmm. He goes, well, you have property on Ford Road. Why don't you do it? So I said, okay, I will.
You have property in Ford Road?
I have my pharmacies on Ford Road.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
But at the time, I was sitting with my good friend Muhammad Berry, and he owns the Heights Meat Market. This was in 2018.
Yeah.
So he goes, just do it in my parking lot across the street. You know, I'll have my guys work. We'll do the electricity and whatnot. So we did it there as a joke. About 12 days before we put up the festival, Hassan Bazoon, you know Hassan Bazoon?
Yeah.
Artistic Element. I texted him. I said, hey, can you put together a flyer? I want to try something. It's a pop-up. Mm-hmm. It exploded. Like 2,000 people showed up that night, and I was like, wow, this is crazy.
In that parking lot?
If you go back to the Ramadan Food Festival, you go to the first pictures, you'll get dizzy. I was dizzy. I was standing on top of the brick wall that surrounds the garbage, the dumpster.
Yeah.
And I'm just staring.
You're just watching.
What the hell's going on, bro?
You didn't think it was going to be like this.
No, so it was nice. And then I realized, okay, there's definitely a need, you know?
Yeah.
So 2019, my good friend Ali Sayed said, hey, you know, I'll be your sponsor. You could just use my property for free. Because he knows I donate everything to charity. I'm not putting this money in my pocket.
Right.
So we did it at Hype, and then it explodes again, you know? Mm-hmm. And at this time, it's just me and my wife doing it. I got my neighbor. He's the engineer. He helped me put the lights together, the electricity. Ahmed Kharoubi, he really came through. Like, without him, we wouldn't have been successful.
Yeah.
And then Layla Serini, she was supposed to be a vendor. She ended up helping me with, like, the website and applications and whatnot. So just us 4, right, with my wife. So then again, I grabbed a ladder from Ali Faraj at Hype, and I stood on the ladder. And I'm just looking at Hype. I'm like, oh, my God, what's going on? This is crazy. Like, I've never seen something like this.
Yeah.
And then I had to remind myself, this is Dearborn.
Right,
You know?
right.
So Dearborn supports. Dearborn's the best community.
100%.
You give them something good, they're going to be there. You know, like when I opened up the Terry Mount.
Yeah.
Dearborn supports. My dad was like, you're crazy. I know the restaurant business. You're not going to make that much money. I said, Dad, this is Dearborn. It's a new age. We market on social media. Dearborn came out to support. You know, every restaurant that comes out, who supports Dearborn?
Dearborn,
100%. And I just hope that everybody in Dearborn keeps that mentality. Like, be prideful in our community. You know, don't look for hate. Don't look for negativity. If you don't understand something, ask the person.
Right.
You know,
right,
there's a lot more positive in our community, and there's a lot more that we can get out of and benefit from instead of hating on each other.
Okay.
You know.
So let me ask you this. So I mean, obviously, you know, the Ramadan Food Festival has evolved. It's from
exponential growth.
Yeah, from what it was
from
to
God.
Yeah,
from God.
Blessed
Because
be.
the intentions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where it was and where we're at now, it's crazy. So now, I mean, how is it organized? How does it work?
So alhamdulillah, this year we put together a committee. So we got 12 people working with us. They're all donating their time. It's their community service.
Right.
And I'm not here to praise our good deeds, right? But
Right.
because we promote it as a community festival and an Islamic festival, I need to be transparent. We got sponsors. If they're giving me money, I need them to know, hey, this is charity.
Right.
So we got 12 guys and girls who came together. They're putting it together. They're helping me. We delegated tasks, and everyone has the job. Everyone has a role to play.
Yeah.
You know? So right now, like last night, all the equipment. If people only knew how much work goes into this.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Guys, it's not. You can't just pop up a tent. You know, it's
Bro,
the generators, the
trust me,
electricity,
I
the
know.
cops, the security.
I know, man. I saw 55 vendors, and I was like, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's gonna run us
It's
maybe.
crazy.
It's gonna run us about $175,000 this year, and,
Oh,
it's not my money. It's the vendors and the
Right,
without
right,
the sponsors,
right,
there's no way we can afford this because
right.
we charge the food vendors $2,500, the merchandise vendors $1,500, right?
Okay.
That money is not enough to run a festival.
Yeah.
At Hype it was. No, now it's not. It's a lot more expensive. So alhamdulillah, the sponsors, which I'm gonna mention, came through. But so alhamdulillah, we put this festival together. Yesterday the equipment was due. So everybody has up to 6 pieces of equipment. My engineer, Ahmed Kharoubi, emailed the spreadsheet. They
Right.
all fill out the spreadsheet. We do the calculations. We submit it to the generator company. They bring us trailers.
Okay.
They customize boxes for each vendor, and we run it through.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
not-
included, like with your money.
Oh, the tents, the
Everything.
vendor,
It just comes
yeah.
with it. All you have to do is just provide, like, you know, like your food, essentially.
You're coming
Yeah.
with your tables, your food, and any decor you want.
Cool.
We're giving you the tent,
That's awesome.
the fencing,
Yeah.
the security,
Yeah.
the electricity, and most of all, the event. We're bringing you 10,000 people.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
All within 3 years. So, I don't know. Did you approach the city before it got big, or you were just doing it like Hayallah, whatever?
So in 2018, the city was calling me. So day one, it blew up.
Okay.
Day two, it was reckless. I'll be honest with you. It was a learning curve for me. I didn't realize how dangerous it was, and I didn't think this many people
Yeah,
were
if
going
you
to
don't
show up,
get
right?
yeah.
So day two, one of the Dearborn Heights police chief was sitting in the corner in the alley, and everyone was scared. And my good friend David Kinesic had a talk with them and said, "Hey, let's compromise. This was supposed to be 3 days. Just do it today and close it tomorrow."
Oh, it was originally 3 days?
The first one. It was just 3 days. Friday,
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So I said, absolutely. You know, I'm down to shut that down on
Yeah.
Sunday. So I went and talked to Chief Gavin. He said, listen, you got the permission to do it tonight. Just please don't do it tomorrow. I said, no problem.
Beautiful.
Once we seen that there was a need and this was going to be successful, I set up, I went to the city of Dearborn Heights in front of the city council. Councilman Dave Abdullah, great guy.
Yeah.
He-
Actually, it's funny. I actually ran his campaign.
He's the man.
Yeah, I love him.
Best
Great
guy.
guy.
He's so
Great guy.
supportive. He came to
Yeah.
the first festival.
Yeah.
He told the city, you know, he set me up with all the meetings
Yeah.
with the mayor, with the fire chief, police chief, and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we went about it the right way. We were very professional, and we did it at Hype. I remember the police chief at the time at the festival in 2019 came up to me and said, this is the first festival we've ever had that not a single complaint within the festival.
Wow.
So yeah, there was backed up traffic and there was somewhat
Yeah.
loud noise, but there wasn't
any issues within the festival.
Alhamdulillah, not one issue, you know?
Good.
And so, and then this year, COVID happened. I took a 2-year break.
Yeah.
And I'm getting busier now. I'm at in 2018 I had no kids. 2019 during the festival we had 1 kid. Now we're at 3 kids. Alhamdulillah. So I was like, man, do I really want to do this? It's a lot of work. But it's also a responsibility that I can't walk away from because this is not a financial program for me. This is a community service.
Yeah.
This is something I'm bringing to the community, and we'll go into detail about what I mean by that.
Okay.
So I called Mayor Abdullah
Yeah.
Hamoud.
Yeah.
I said, listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
he's
That's
a good-
exactly
yeah.
my question. I was going to answer.
Yeah.
So what did you end up doing with the city of Dearborn?
Yeah.
Because you already went through Dearborn Heights.
So I called Mayor, because in 2020,
Yeah.
we got connected with Fairlane.
Okay.
put
So
my-
that's why you moved it from Dearborn Heights to Dearborn, just for the space. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah. So speaking
Okay.
about Fairlane,
Yeah.
people have their safety concerns and whatnot. Number one, no one's there in the middle of the night.
Right.
Number two, it's in a hidden spot at Sears. You're coming off the Evergreen and Michigan Avenue exit,
Right.
and it's big enough. We have 7,000 parking spots.
Yeah.
Don't
You're like
need
half a
valet.
mile away from the
Perfect.
police station. Anyways, you're right by the police station.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's away from residential neighborhoods. Like it's beautiful, right? So we already had that. I already had a security deposit in 2020. So this year they honored it. They said, hey, bring it back. Danny Fayyad, he's the new general manager. They honored it. So I talked to Abdullah Hamoud in January. I said, hey, listen, I wasn't planning on doing it, but if you would like me to do it, and you think this is a good idea, then I'll go forth with it. He goes, and he told me, hey, Hass, I think do it. Like, let's do it this year.
Yeah,
okay,
good.
No problem. So his team did a great job at connecting us with everyone. The city's been unbelievable. Chief Joseph Meyer, Fire Chief Joseph Meyer, amazing guy. Chief of Staff Zainab Hussein, unbelievable. If I forget your names, I'm sorry, but they've done such a great job at trying to streamline this. We're working hand in hand with these guys. I got Sergeant Mike Gracer, Sergeant, I think it's Gorby, doing the background checks and whatnot. So vendors are getting background checks on iChat, Michigan.gov. That's with the state of Michigan Police. They're doing a background check at the city. We got the county obviously is licensing everyone, so it's a very professional, clean festival.
That's good. You got a well-oiled machine going, huh?
Huh?
I said you got a well-oiled machine going then, huh?
Alhamdulillah.
Good. That's good, man. That's awesome. Well, I couldn't be happier for you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a place where you can fit everyone parking-wise. You're not going to cause any traffic or anything, and you're going to get everyone. You said 55 vendors?
Yeah, there's about there's 12 food trucks. So there's 52, there's 52 or 53 vendors. Now, there's 42 food vendors that split between specialty drinks, food, and dessert. So it's evenly split. And then we got 10 merchandise vendors. We have a raffle tent. We got some guys that came in that want to do charity for the community. Yeah. And they're going to do their own raffles, iPhones, MacBooks, PS5s.
Right.
So they're doing that.
Okay.
Access is going to be there for voter registration. We have Baraka Foods, who's going to be there doing iPhone raffles as well, digital.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So let me ask you this. So it's not all food vendors. You have it's very diverse. It's not only food. So you have you
have jewelry,
have jewelry,
Islamic jewelry. We got regular jewelry.
Okay,
we got Nominal.
Online
Nominal's gonna be there. Yep. Divine Crystal, she does jewelry. We got Print City.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Al Burak Publications. He does Islamic books. Ibrahim Hassan, they're gonna be there. It's gonna be nice, man.
So I know that the application deadline passed already for vendors. So generally speaking, assume it didn't pass. What would be the qualification for you to apply? You just have to have a business?
No, so there's priority. So we looked at the list. So anybody from 2020 was grandfathered in.
Okay,
they're grandfathered in because I'm a man of my word.
100%.
Okay. But how we look at it is, do you have experience? How old are you? Have you done any events in the past?
Right.
Do you have a business?
Yeah.
Do you have an Instagram following? You need people who are popular to attract people, right?
100%.
But in the same time, we're not against beginners because you look at Corn on the Corner, you look at Aya Sweets, you look at Hanky Panky Donuts. These guys necessarily started at the festivals. Like Aya Sweets was at our house, but the festival gave her recognition.
Right.
Corn on the Corner started in 2018. Yeah. You know? Hanky Panky, literally, his first event ever was
last
Hype.
year at Camp. Yeah, it was Hype. You're right. It wasn't at Campfield. I saw him at Campfield last year. Yeah.
Now he's all over.
Yeah.
So this festival is also like an entrepreneurial mentorship for young people.
Right.
So we won't deny him, but we look at the foods. We don't try to have too much of the same food. The only way if you're not from Dearborn or Dearborn Heights, if either not a resident or your restaurant, if you have a really, really like cool idea and you have so it
has to be unique.
Yeah, unique, or like you're still involved with the Dearborn community. They came in, so we got a pit Ramadan and Eid pajama company from she's a young lady from Toledo. She's gonna be there. We got 313 from Toronto.
Okay.
Nominals from Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Sammy's Fatouche Grill from Clinton Township. And then obviously all of our boys in Ann Arbor. We have a lot of Palestini supporters that come out to the festival. So we got Abu Kanefa.
Yeah.
We got Cravings Dessert Lounge. We got Blazing Burgers. So these guys are coming out,
That's awesome.
So you can take this much bigger because you just have that parking lot, right? So are you guys capping it off at 50? Is that the city allowing you? Or are you guys going to make it bigger? Or are you guys just testing out the 50?
You got to test out the 50. So we more than doubled up our vendors because the wait line was 2 hours
for
in 2019.
To just get it?
Just to get a food.
Okay.
It was 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I got to play it smart where I can't have too many vendors because these guys they're in it to make money.
Yeah.
Like they donate, but they're in it to make money, So I can't have them there and they're not making money. So this year we're at about 52 to 55. And then if it continues to grow, we'll bring more in.
So two things. So so you guys have the structure, right? But that's based on the weather. What are you guys planning on doing? And
it's a secret. I don't give up my secret.
Okay.
Listen, guys, we got long-term plans. And we got long-term plans.
And a second comment I have is the reason why I think the festival was such a success because I think the city was yearning for something like the Arabic festival, right? And obviously we haven't had it since like 2011. I remember 1 year in high school, or maybe 2 years in high school, then it got canceled, right? So
all I know is we were all devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember. Yeah. So I remember.
Honestly, all I remember was the year that I didn't go was the year it got canceled. I always beat myself up like, man, why didn't I go?
So I think the city wanted, like, they missed it so much that the second, I remember seeing an Instagram photo of Hype. This is like 2-3 years ago. How much people were there? I'm like, okay, they just recreated the Arabic Festival, basically
without music and entertainment.
Exactly,
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah,
I need everyone to know that.
exactly.
And if you talk to friends and family, there is
so
no.
this
music
is not an
and
entertainment
This
venue,
is guys.
essentially.
There will be Islamic entertainment.
Yes.
Because guys, this is the Ramadan
Correct.
Suhoor festival.
Correct.
It's an Islamic month, and if you attend this festival, you must act accordingly and respect the holy month of Ramadan.
100%.
I understand guys and girls come and they hang out. I can't control that. They do that
Right.
at the mosque. We can't control that. But
Right.
that's an issue at home. The parents
Right.
need to raise their children. I can't raise your children for you.
Right.
But you're right.
100%.
But
I
I
agree.
ask that, if you're coming to the festival, this is the Ramadan Suhoor festival.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take advantage of it. Let's take advantage of what it has to offer, and let's make it grow. But you're right. People missed it.
They wanted like a gathering because the Arabic Festival was amazing for food. There was vendors from the food was amazing. It walked around and stuff just to get the city of Dearborn together.
Community.
The community is beautiful, and you guys, you just did it. You brought everyone together. And I remember seeing the Instagram photo. I'm like, oh my God, this started. I can't imagine how this started, and it kept getting bigger and bigger.
I was on a natural high, man. I didn't sleep all month.
Yeah, before we even started.
So now let me ask you this, Hassel. Is it every weekend for the entire month of Ramadan?
So guys, it's not 30 days. It's Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, we will close on Laylatul Qadr.
Yeah.
Night of Power, we don't have the festival if it lands
Okay.
on a Friday or Saturday.
Right.
Also for the Shahadat of Imam Ali, which is usually around the second night of power.
Second night of power,
If it
yeah.
ends on a Friday or Saturday, we're closed because
Okay.
guys, it's a religious festival.
Yeah.
We're not here to celebrate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I might replace that with a Sunday like I did in 2019.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's 2 days a week for 4 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so the question I had is, so Monday through Friday, example, or
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, you guys are is it going to be like normal, how it was last year? How like you drive on Ford Road and see 15 restaurants, or is that up to them?
From my understanding, Dearborn's going to be very, very strict on vendors this year.
I heard
The city of Dearborn wants to, guys, listen, not to dog on anybody, but we also have to understand there are people who get up early for work.
Yeah.
There are non-Muslim. There are people of other faith in our city.
Yeah.
And we have to respect that.
Of course, yeah.
We drive up and down Ford Road, Schaefer, Beach Daily. It's a madhouse.
On the 2 yeah.
And not at 2 a.m. Starting at like, they don't even have iftar. I think they're out there like at 10 o'clock. 9:30. So there's going to be, I think, limitations in Dearborn Heights. I'm not sure what they're doing, but Monday through Thursday, my phone's turned off and I'm hiding in my basement.
Done, yeah, you're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Last thing you need.
Bro, last year it was there was a vendor, Cookie Boys, on Greenfield at the car wash. I'm pulling out of my neighborhood and I'm sitting there like in line. I'm sitting, what's going on? I can't even pull out of their parking is so backed up on Greenfield. It's going into my neighborhood. I was like, well, there's no way this is happening right now.
So,
and all for cookies.
so shout out to Cookie Boys.
I love those
They run a
guys.
factory. They will be at the Ramadan Suhoor Festival. Great guys. But if there's a line that long, what does that mean?
It's gonna be even longer at the food festival.
But they also have a great product.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! I know Hushujurj.
Yeah, but think about it. Imagine you're leaving your house and you're like, man, I can't get out of this neighborhood.
It's crazy.
So that's another reason why we chose Fairlane.
Yeah, it's a good solution.
Beautiful. That's a good location.
Yeah.
Because at Hype, they happen in the neighborhoods.
100%.
I mean, people were dropping their Juicers Connect was making amazing juices and like watermelon and stuff. People are dropping their watermelons on people's lawn, like 3 blocks down.
It's so wrong. I can't imagine how much garbage and the whole situation. You can't control people. The festival is for good, but some negatives are going to come out of it. So the biggest topic and the biggest thing in Dearborn is this thing is.
Wait. This is the first time I met you guys?
Yeah, I've never met him
Guys,
before.
Ask me anything you want.
Okay, well, before we go
Listen,
into that topic.
anything
okay,
you want.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, if you can't answer, just tell me.
I will answer every question.
Okay, so what is the city's cut?
From the city take a cut?
Yeah, like does the city take a cut for you guys? Like it's like
Permit.
for example, Fairlane. So they just give it to you?
No.
And you guys lease it out, and you have to pay the city.
I paid Fairlane $10,000.
Okay.
City I got
Yeah,
permits.
that makes sense.
Oh, okay, so it's just okay. So a city doesn't charge you guys for using the land; you just pay Fairlane.
Yeah, I paid
Yeah.
Fairlane. They own the land.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just renting a
Okay.
spot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was really curious.
Hype, I didn't pay.
Yeah,
Hype, Ali was my sponsor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very, very kind of him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an amazing guy.
But no, Fairlane, I expect to pay. And you know what?
Okay.
$10,000 is fair.
yeah, it is. I think it
They're
is.
giving us their entire property.
Yeah,
So,
and let me ask
shout
you
out
this.
to Fairlane.
What charities you usually donate to?
We try to focus. So Amity Foundation is one of my main sponsors.
Yeah.
We all know Amity Foundation works great, focuses on the community. A lot of good money goes to him. But this year, we are going to spread our wealth to the Middle East.
Okay,
Yemen.
awesome.
Lebanon.
Good. I like it.
Syria. There's a lot of
Iraq.
Iraq. there's a lot of poor people right now that, especially with the wars and what's going on, especially in Lebanon, we have to make sure we support them.
Good.
You know?
I like
Because,
it. I like it.
So that's
I like
the deal.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
because people in Dearborn, they just assume everything. They assume you're pocketing. They assume.
Tell me what you heard.
This is, everyone thinks this. Not everyone. It goes around. Like, that rumors example. Like, okay, let's start the first topic. The first topic is this is anti-Ramadan. You got the people coming out there. Like, it's haram to go to this. They should be at the mosques. This is that.
All right, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So essentially, like, from what I understand, is the general assumption is the food festival is taken away from the followers of the mosque.
Let me ask you.
This
a
is the
question.
general assumption.
At 1, 2 in the morning, when
Yeah.
you drive by the mosque, is anybody there at 1, 2 in the morning?
No.
Okay. Are there people out and about in the streets?
Out at 1 or 2 in the morning?
Yeah. During
Generally.
Ramadan? Okay.
Yeah.
Are the parking structures on Michigan Avenue full with a bunch of young kids hanging out,
Yeah.
smoking their vapes, maybe smoking things they shouldn't be smoking?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Are there vendors around the city jamming music during Ramadan?
Yeah.
Okay. They're not at the mosques. And
Right.
that's fine because we don't expect them to be at the Let's be real. As religious as we hope to be, the most religious person I don't think is in sujood from Maghrib to Fajr.
Yeah.
Okay. We encourage you, take advantage of this month.
Yeah.
Go to the mosque.
Yeah.
Attend the lectures. Attend the iftar dinners. Do your Quran. Do your dua. Work on your personal spiritual journey. This is what you should do. We're open for 4 hours. I don't want you there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
If you're going to have suhoor, come for 1 hour and go home.
Yeah.
1 hour is not a distraction, but the people commenting are making it seem like they're praying all night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're in reality, you're not. Now, I've seen some comments that were hilarious. You know, some people were saying that we had Ahmed Hatoum and Bassam Salah and we're doing Debke. Absolutely not. I had Quran playing. We have dua. We have
Where is this coming from?
I think people like to talk, but I don't think so. To answer your question, no, we're not taking people away from the mosque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I get scholarly advice and guidance on every decision I make for this festival. This isn't Hassan Chami being ignorant and putting together a festival. Everything I do, I have scholarly advice. I got a group of brothers who are highly connected to big scholars in this community and outside the community, and they ask for me. Hassan's planning on doing this. This is why they want to do it. Here's the intention here. Here's what they're going. I get yes or no's. I haven't gotten any no's.
So you've never had anybody reach out to you and tell you, hey, listen, like maybe this is not a good idea. You should reconsider?
No,
Makes no sense.
because you got to understand, we're living in the West,
Yeah.
and in Dearborn specifically, with what's going on with the vendors all over the city,
Uh-huh.
which is it's awesome, man. Look, these guys are very entrepreneurial. Good for them, right? But there's a need, and kids are, and the youth, and even families are really attracted to this. Okay, so if there's a need and they're attracted, how do you take this need and fulfill it Islamically?
Yeah.
The Ramadan Suhoor Festival is here to serve as a solution. You want vendors? We'll have vendors. You want to be up at night because it's a Friday and Saturday night? We'll have that. But instead of music, we're playing Quran, we're playing Meher Zain,
Yeah.
Sami Yusuf, dua, right?
Right.
Instead of me and my wife and my committee making member, no, we're making money, we're donating the money, and we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah.
So there's definitely need, but we also want to give an experience. Nothing's haram of giving a new Ramadan experience. You know how many non-Dearborn Muslims came to the event and looked at me and my mom when we were there, and they said, oh my God, this reminds me of the Suhoor in Egypt.
Yeah. I can
Oh my
imagine.
God, this reminds me when I was growing up in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Oh my, these are beautiful memories.
Right.
Nothing's wrong with that. You know?
But here's the thing though. I mean, me personally, we were talking about this last week. I at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to. I mean, let's just say, just for the sake of argument, this is the general assumption, anyways, right? Yeah. The followers are gonna follow, and the non-followers are not gonna follow, and you have no control over that. Neither does the festival. It's one thing if the festival is parked right in front of a mosque and is blocking traffic to go into the mosque. We can say yimkin, but in general, it's you moved in a place where it's completely secluded from all this stuff.
So some mothers have DM'd me and said, you need to put lectures.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking away from the mosque.
Yeah.
I attend the mosque for the lecture.
Right. 100%.
Why would I do a lecture?
It'll be background music. Background in the back. It'll be literally in the background. Like it won't be as like you said. Go to the mosque, and you're taken away from the mosque instead of that.
So there's two things. Number one, the kids aren't going to listen to a lecture at the food festival.
Exactly.
But number two, if I put a lecture, I'm actually doing harm against the mosque because I'm taking away from the mosque.
Exactly.
Right.
The kid's going to say, Mom, I want to go to the lecture at the Ramadan Suhoor Festival, not at the mosque. I'm not here to do lectures. I'm here to do other experiences.
Yeah.
Like how old are you? 29?
29.
In your life, have you, and I'm not trying to praise.
No. You can ask whatever you want. It's
have
open
you ever
table.
seen an event or an organization send 4 people to Hajj overnight?
No.
Okay. I put out a video during Laylatul Adr in 2019. Said, hey
Yeah.
guys, this festival is a big success. It's Laylatul Adr. We'd like to raise money to send 1 person to Hajj. We sent 4 to Hajj and 2 to Ziyarah.
I've seen that. It's nuts.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I truly believe if God didn't accept this amal that we're doing, that wouldn't have happened.
Okay, Hassan, then tell me why.
Why? What?
Why? I mean, why are you getting this criticism? Why? I'm not understanding.
Habibi,
I want to know because I mean, from what I mean, we
man-
brought you here. I mean, you.
That's mankind. That's mankind.
I mean, you laid it out, but let me ask you this: so
because people.
now, are you seeing it from the public or from religious institutions?
No, so I have a meeting with somebody from a religious institution sometime soon to this. So I'm not going to mention the name, but I guess somebody reached out and said, "Hey, I'm getting. I want to know more about the Ramadan Suhoor festival before they make their own judgment." And that's beautiful. I said, "Yeah, absolutely. Let's meet."
Yeah.
So one of my friends called me. We're going to meet next week, and I'm going to explain all this to him. And I guarantee you, this Sayyid's going to look at me and say, "You have good intentions, and we understand why you're trying to do this."
Right. But generally speaking, though, are you getting the criticism? Is the backlash coming from the religious institutions? Or is it coming from the public?
It's coming from the people who never attend the mosque. I know who attends them. We go to the mosque. My families grew up in the mosque. We go to every mosque. Okay, it's coming from people who don't even who aren't at the mosques.
Yeah.
Now I have a bunch of religious. I know a lot of good friends from religious circles who support this. They ask questions and they support it. Young guys who do projects in Dearborn. You know.
So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Just stretch our legs, get some drink, use the bathroom, whatever. We'll be back right after. You won't even see the difference.
We'll be back in a bit.
These guys will be back in about 3 minutes. Okay.
Do they have any questions?
All right, and we're back. Okay, so back to my original question. So you got people in Deer. I got a bunch of things that people are saying. So people are assuming that you're making a ridiculous amount of money from this profit.
How much?
God, I don't know, 100.
I don't know, man. People just, you know how people are, man. They're gonna assume these things. They're gonna assume you're like, you're making. They look at. I mean,
supposedly I bought my wife a Range Rover in 2019 because of the Ramadan Suhoor festival.
Like Alf Mabruk.
So hold on. So they make it seem like you're just a nobody, and then you just created this festival. Now you're rich. Obviously, alhamdulillah, you've done good for yourself. You pharmacist and Terry Melt. Do you own the Terry Melt? Or is it your father's, or you opened it for your father?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you tell people, or how do you react when people are like you're straight pocketing like most of the stuff that you're like everything coming in is going straight to your pocket?
Okay. Is it haram if I made money off the Suhoor festival?
I'm not capable of answering that question.
I don't think it is,
I
bro. I mean, you're working, are you not?
Let me ask you a question.
Are you not running it?
Are the vendors making money?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I putting together an event?
Yeah.
Am I working 3 months?
Yeah.
Am I working overtime? Am I working all night?
Yeah. You just have to get paid. I don't
No,
see why not.
I don't make money. There's no management fee. There's no administration fee. It's complete community service from the hours we put in to every dollar that's left over. But if I made money,
Yeah.
who is that?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And what?
Who cares? I don't
And
think
what?
it's an issue.
So you're telling me that somebody wants to put together a festival to send people to Hajj, to send people to Umrah, to send people to Ziyarah, to donate to the poor,
Right.
to promote Islam. We're on every national media station, right?
Yeah.
To promote Islam. But if he made money, it's haram.
Well, no, it's not. Here's the problem, okay? The issue isn't making money. It's people saying, oh, he's not doing it to promote Islam. He's doing it to make money. That's a problem.
So again, so I'm going to keep saying this.
Yeah.
So we're not making money. But if I was making money and it is promoting Islam,
Right.
why does it matter?
I don't think it does, but this is
So
honestly, man, this is some of the toxicities you see in the city,
Yeah,
bro.
so all that matters is, number one, it's not haram to make money off this.
Right.
My own close circle says, like, pocket some and donate some. You're
Right.
still donating. I
Right.
don't want to.
Right.
Because alhamdulillah, God has blessed me with what I have.
Yeah.
This is my way of giving back to the community. I find that there's an issue with the community when it comes to Ramadan and the youth. This is my way of giving back. This is an organization I am creating for my children so they can be a part of it when they get older. This is something me and my wife had the intention since 2018. We're not going to make money. We're going to enjoy this. There's so much fulfillment knowing that you're doing something to feed the soul.
Right.
And not the dunya, right?
100%.
Okay, so this is what we do. And like I said, the only reason why I mentioned that it's charity, not to promote the deeds, but I have sponsors, and I want the community to know, no, we have sponsors. This is a good event. We're donating.
Yeah.
Do I make money? Absolutely not. Is it? Do I have an administration fee, management fee? No.
Mm-hmm.
We raise the money from vendors, and the vendor payments is not enough to pay off the festival.
I don't know why people would get mad.
Exactly. So we raise the payments from vendors, sponsors, and then we build the festival. We pay for everything. We maintain it all month long. And whatever's left over after we do raffles and whatnot, it goes to the poor, to people in need. And alhamdulillah, it's been a blessing. But this year, I met up with Police Chief Issa Shaheen, the new chief in Dearborn, and his crew. And they were telling me, hey, you should charge a cover charge. And I said, why? They said, once you charge a cover charge, and you're an attorney, you might know about this, but once you charge a cover charge, now it's not a free-for-all, so you can ban people from coming in. You can put your own code of conduct.
Correct.
You can put your own rules.
Correct.
And so therefore,
because it's now exclusive by paying that that monetary amount.
That monetary amount now becomes like a contract between you and them. Like, hey, these are the do's and don'ts. So now
you guys are charging $1 from what I hear, right?
Yeah. So now safety measures.
Yeah.
Now if I charge $1,
yeah,
I can control the festival more.
Right.
I can tell the police officers, please escort these people out. If people are coming drunk, if they're smoking weed, anything, right?
Because they had to pay to get in, and therefore when they pay, they have to follow these rules.
Exactly.
Right.
But it's $1. Is $1 going to make or break you? I guarantee you, if you come in and you see me, you're tossing me a 5 or 10 or maybe even a 20.
100%.
Right? Because it's going to, every dollar is going to charity.
Right.
So now think about the amount of charity. Now people are saying, but why is he charging the cover charge? Well, if I'm only charging you $1, and say there's tens of thousands of people who are showing up, imagine how many people in need are now going to benefit off that, each of you paying $1.
100%.
That's how you need to look at it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
So that's the sole reason why you guys did that?
The sole reason is to control the festival, have our own rules and regulations.
So was there? So you guys skipped it last year because of COVID. Did you guys have any problems with what were the main problems when you guys did it at Hype? When last time
There was no problem.
Was no problem.
Hassan Chami got rich off a festival.
So there was no. Everything went pretty smooth.
Everything was beautiful. It was such an amazing event. The vendors were a family. While by the end of the festival, we were sad. Like there was this energy at the festival that was unbelievable. Weeks after the festival, we had our group chat. Everyone kept sending videos and pictures. Like, wow, like we miss it because there was a sense of community that we felt, and it was during Ramadan that we all missed. And so that's why they're so happy. And shout out to my vendors. Wallah, they got my back. They know, like at our meetings, I make a point. There's a message I'm trying to spread to them, talking about Islam, trying to talk about family, brotherhood. This is a community. Even shifting the business culture in this community. Listen, we're not in competition.
Right.
We're in support of each other.
That's how it's supposed to be, at least.
All of our restaurants eat at one another's places. Share on the Terry Melt, I share La Fork. La Fork shares Ricky's. Ricky's shares Bulldogs, for instance, right? We share each other's stuff because at the end of the day, we're one community.
Right.
And if you got to truly believe, like, rizq min Allah.
Yeah.
No one's going to take away your rizq, what's meant for you, other than God.
100%.
So this idea of, I'm trying to teach that to the younger individuals that are in our podcast, in our festival. The guys, we support one another. We eat at each other's restaurants. We promote each other. Don't be afraid of competition. So for instance, like this year, I got a couple coffee vendors. And the one thing I says, listen, not everyone's going to go to one coffee vendor. But whatever's meant for you at this festival, you're going to make regardless.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, yeah, so that's part of the stuff. So my vendors know that there's a good message and there's pure intentions behind this entire project.
Yeah, so then you go back to the people that are, like you said, taken away from the mosque and everything, but like you can't control that. How are you liable?
So what they say is
this is the group of people.
what the people who don't truly understand the festival say is he's giving a platform for kids to skip the mosque and go here. No. Whether the Suhoor festival exists or not, the kids are out and about at every vendor tent in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights.
Exactly, that's what I say.
Okay, so where was all the outrage when the Suhoor festival was not here for the last 2 years? Did you guys see the roles the last 2 years?
Yeah,
there was no outrage.
100%.
So, but when the Suhoor festival comes to replace it,
now there's an outrage.
Why?
I mean, then he's gonna go back to the household. I mean, everyone knows this.
Yeah. They say the kids are acting up. Okay, this is a parental issue.
Yeah.
It says I can't, just the same way the kids act up at the mosque. The sheikhs can't raise your children.
100%.
You got to teach them at home.
100%. If they were gonna act up at the festival, they're gonna act up somewhere else.
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
And respectfully speaking, if you have a problem with the festival, don't come.
No,
I tell people.
And don't send your kids.
That's what I tell people.
Like I say this in the most respect. If you want to come, we're here to show you it's a great festival.
100%. And I can literally attest to what you're saying. So I specialize in criminal law.
Yeah.
During Ramadan, it's crazy. My office is booked for the next month because of kids getting misdemeanors. Kids are getting a lot of careless driving tickets. All of it is outside of the festival. All of it outside. It's
because they're not sleeping.
Wild.
Because at the times they're supposed to be sleeping, they're out and about.
Yeah. 100%. And
that's what we're here for.
Right. Exactly. It's actually supposed to be a substitution, right? But it's treated as like a sin.
It's a solution, and we're taking it to the next level. We're taking advantage of what we can do, you know. But there's a few things. There's a few events I want to talk about at the festival. But before we go there, people don't realize that the beauty of the festival is it brings so many people together.
Right, 100%.
A lot of people of other faith came to this festival, and they will come to this festival.
Yeah.
And they look at Islam like, wow, these are cool people. Like this is not what we thought.
Right.
And let's speak Shia and Sunni. It's a
Right.
unity festival.
Yeah.
Shias and Sunnis go together, have suhoor together, and are hanging out. This is
Right.
what we promote.
Right.
If you're a Shia who's anti-Sunni and you're a Sunni who's anti-Shia, you're not invited to the festival.
Yeah.
You're not invited to the festival.
100%.
This is a unity fest.
Right, and that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now think about so Dearborn is predominantly Arab, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of non-Arab Muslim communities outside of Dearborn.
Right.
This is where we share our resources with them. We lend over, we open up our hands and share our resources. We invite you to Dearborn. Come hang out. Come enjoy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of unity behind this. This is so our 3 pillars are community, unity, and charity.
Yeah.
This is what we try to cover.
Yeah.
And I think we successfully do that.
Yeah.
And people have to, people have to start looking at it from that perspective. Say, you know what, this is actually very positive.
It's honestly just unfortunate that people don't look at it like that.
It's okay. We'll educate them. They're
Yeah.
going to. You want to know
Yeah.
why? But when people say there's a lot of negative talk about the festival, I tell them it's a misunderstanding. If they truly understood that's why you guys asked me, hey, how many of these interviews have you done? Are you sick of it? Like, how many times are you doing it? This is my responsibility. I took this as a responsibility. It's a community service, so I have to educate people. This is what we're doing. And I think the more people who start to understand what the purpose is, what the goals are, I think they'll start to accept it. But guys, we've been focusing a lot on negativity. Let's focus on positivity.
I was going to ask you.
Majority of the city supports it, by the way.
Yeah, good.
It's only the keyboard warriors on
absolutely.
Instagram and Facebook. A majority of the city supports
so
it.
let me ask you this. In comparison to the one that was held at Hype, what are we looking at in terms of size?
4 times the size, 85,000 square feet.
Okay, and so 85,000 square feet. What does security and police management look like here?
So we have a professional fence being built out around the entire festival with emergency exits.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Really?
to protect.
Damn.
Yeah. That alone is going to cost about 12,000.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's for security, and that's because festivals aren't a month long; they're a weekend. So during the week, we got to secure everything too, right? We got Dearborn Police working. There's going to be 4 cop cars right up front. They're going to be working the front gates with us. They're going to be roaming around. I got private security inside.
Okay.
But listen, Dearborn Police has the data and what's going on, and they're not too concerned. They're excited about this.
Oh yeah. They got
They're not
everything under
concerned.
control.
People say, "Hey, it's at Fairlane." Yeah, and so what's going to happen? You think people are just going to come and harass us at Fairlane? If anything was going to happen at a Ramadan Suhoor festival, whether it's at Fairlane or Hype or Heights Meat Market, someone's going to come and do it, and it's not somebody who goes to Fairlane. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, 100%.
If there's some type of last samahallah, inshallah, this will never happen. But there's some type of security issue with a racist.
Yeah.
It's not going to be people who attend Fairlane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
No,
know
I know
where
what
I'm
you're saying.
coming- Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
exactly.
So
But it's going to be 4 times the size, 85,000 square feet. We're going to have a stage and a screen all month.
okay, cool.
We're going to have raffles all month.
Yeah.
On the 3rd weekend, we're going to have a 20-minute Quran event with 2 different reciters. On the 4th weekend, we're going to have a nasheed event where people are doing nasheeds. Inshallah, we plan on Umrah trips. Hajj trips this year, we're not too sure because the visas, because of COVID and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's tough. Yeah.
it's very tough. In the contracts, and it's good, and I think it's very important for all the guests to know that at 12 o'clock, if you're in line for a vendor, stay in that line. But from 12 o'clock to for 5 or 10 minutes, the vendors in the contract sign that they will not sell a single product. All the attention is going to be on stage. Hajj Ahmed Hamdan from our community is going to recite Quran.
And you're pushing the good in the festival. That's awesome.
That's
Every
awesome.
single night. I'm not forcing you to listen, but
But-
this is an Islamic festival.
But you're not going to be allowed to purchase.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Give the Quran 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we will have the Quran playing every night at 12 o'clock. We also have a weekend where it's going to be 20 minutes. We have a bunch of cool raffles. Listen, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very, very, very exciting.
So does this start after iftar, right? I'm assuming.
Starts at 11 p.m.,
Okay, and when does it end?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Now, let me ask you this. Now, are you guys taking on volunteers currently?
Guys,
they
if you're on the live, please. High school students, college students, we do sign off on community service hours. We need as many volunteers as possible to help keep this place clean, to help organize for the emergency exits, for the garbage, for the people, any type of questions. We will have an information desk and whatnot. So, yeah, we do need volunteers. We need a lot of volunteers. Alhamdulillah, my committee's volunteered 3 months. We would love if you guys can volunteer as well.
So you got people in the comments saying, "Is it too late to join the festival?" And
Guys, yeah, The applications expired. To apply expired, but we got like 42 vendors on a wait list. Like I wish I can accept everyone. Inshallah, next year we can. And if you're in the DMs asking questions, there's only so much we can get to. Our DMs are flooded right now, so I apologize if we don't get to it. But applications are done. There's 42 on the wait list. I don't think any other vendors are going to be coming in. Everybody has already paid and secured their spot. But volunteers, we need you.
For exactly what? Security, for help? What do you want?
So, directing people where the restrooms are, emergency exits, changing the garbage, walking around, keeping things clean, organizing the tables. We're going to have some picnic tables, some high top tables, helping the vendors. It's going to be fun. So if you're a volunteer, if you're like a high school student or a college student and you want to volunteer and get some community service hours, you're going to have fun. You're going to be at the festival. But you're fulfilling a duty and you're volunteering. There's a lot of, it'll be good memories and a lot of lessons learned to volunteer at an event like this.
Oh, definitely. And I like the fact that you're pausing purchases during certain things at the festival and you're trying to get everyone in there. That's awesome. You're bringing the community together.
Inshallah.
In a way.
You know what's crazy about this is I've learned something about this. I didn't know that, these are the things you're going to implement. Like I assumed, I'm being honest with you, I assumed, you're going to have, Quran. Of course, there's obviously going to be food, but I didn't assume that you were going to, after a certain time, you guys must dedicate, 5 minutes. Or
listen,
that's awesome.
There's a lot of thought that goes into this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that goes into this festival and what we're trying to do. At the end of the day, like I said, it's an Islamic festival.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's my responsibility and my committee as well, who are volunteering, to do some type of Islamic events.
Yeah.
And we're just planting the seed.
Right.
This is just the beginning. We're just planting the seed. We're just getting everybody in and getting them used to what we have planned. But inshallah, long term, we have many things planned for this.
Hopefully.
We've already had Muslim communities from Philadelphia, Chicago, San Diego, Florida already call us and reach out. Hey, can you help us do this in our community? So while people might be trashing in Dearborn, other Muslim communities are dying for an event like this.
Right.
So
which is, it's sad. Some people take things for granted. It's very unfortunate.
Absolutely.
It's very unfortunate.
So last year, what I really liked about the whole Ramadan food festival and we're doing on all the restaurants on the streets were example, you go to a lecture and then after obviously you want to eat and then there's so much options and you see people in Dearborn you haven't seen in a while. It seemed to be the same situation at the at this food festival. But are you guys do you guys have a limit or is it free for all?
Limit on how many people can come in?
Yeah. Are you guys capping it off or if it gets too wild?
85,000 square feet will fit a lot of people. I mean,
you think you won't have problems with that?
No. I mean, do you remember how busy Hype was?
Hype was crazy. The picture, what did you guys do? A drone shot? That was nuts.
Yeah, no, I think we'll be fine because you got to think about it. It's a little cold and we're not inviting you for 4 hours. We're inviting you for an hour, whatnot. Maybe on the raffle nights, it might be a little busy, but we want it to be busy. The more people, the warmer it gets. Everyone's body temperature.
Yeah, it's also true.
Because I was saying, I'm the next time Ramadan food festival, or Ramadan in general, will be in the summer, would be in what, 25, 30 years?
I'll be retired.
Yeah, you'll be retired. But so you do have a plan for obviously you don't want to release that, but you do have a plan.
Inshallah.
That's nice. Because I always said, I don't know how this is going to last. Are they going to do a food festival at 10 degrees outside in 5 years?
Who knows?
Hey, you never know. I'm telling you, they got something here. I can tell he's got something brewing. He probably came up with ideas as we're sitting here.
I came up with the ideas in 2019. They're still on the plan.
I believe it, man. It's
I
awesome.
completely forgot. What is that?
Yeah, that's
how are you going to exhaust? Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, definitely possible.
Wait and see. The more support we have, the bigger we can make this. Inshallah.
شفت لك فضحته للشاب.
Okay, so we went over a lot of topics and we went over everything. Me personally and the people kind of wanted to know about the festival. So overall, all in all, what do you want to tell the people? I want you to go over the sponsors, everyone that helped put this together, and how to get in, and what times and dates, everything overall. What do you want to tell people?
Did we review the time and dates?
Briefly. I mean, you went over that, so we went
11,
over the time.
11 to 3 a.m.
Yeah, there was that.
Friday and Saturday for April 8th to April 30th. Sponsors, very important, guys. If it wasn't for the sponsors, we wouldn't be having this festival. Honestly, the amount we raised from the vendors is not enough to pay the cost of the festival. So big shout out to the sponsors. We have Papaya Fruit Market, been a supporter since day one. Our 3 corporate sponsors that really gave us the most money and funded it is Papaya Fruit Market, the Amity Foundation, and OSP, Vibra Health Labs. Yep. We also got Mission Forward, Beaumont, DTE, Keller Williams Legacy, Goosehead Insurance, that's Ronnie Annuity, You got the title lady, Lola El Zain, and a bunch of others. So we got a bunch of small businesses, $1,000, $500. So we want to thank everyone. If you guys do know these businesses, please support them. They do very well for the community. And, you know, I think we talked about the committee and everything they're doing. So when you guys come, there is going to be a line that will be split up into 4. So we just ask that everybody waits in line because there's a $1 cover charge. You wait in line on the side you'll see everybody by the Sears building. And then once you come through the banner, it'll split into 4. And then we'll have a tunnel for you guys to walk through. There's one entrance. There'll be a tunnel to walk into the festival. And I think you guys are really going to like the tunnel. Awesome. You guys are really going to like the tunnel. And then, that's pretty much it.
Any last words?
Any final comments?
Any last words? Be passionate in everything you do. Surround yourself with good people. Stay positive. Work hard and leave the rest to God.
Beautiful. All right, guys. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this video, and like and subscribe to the video. And Wallah Hass, it was nice meeting you, and inshallah we'll see you soon, right, brother?
And whoever wants to volunteer, we'll be having the link up for this on there as well with
Volunteer.
how to sign up. And you guys can also DM us if you need any more information, or you can DM Ramadan Suhoor Festival as well on their Instagram.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
Having me.